weekend. Here's Scott OG with the details.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is tonight. It's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2 wins to none. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. On the bench for the Raptors, Coach Dwayne Casey. He's been with the franchise for a long time now. What does he mean to this team?
Well, he played in the league, and he's gotten his players to buy into his system. And that system has definitely shown results. He's the winningest coach in Toronto franchise history.
Way to bring up that he played in the league, because you know what? Most people forget that, that he was actually a player in the league and knows the system, knows his group of guys, what they need. And they've grown up, man. He's been a great mentor for these guys.
I think he's one of the most underappreciated coaches in the league. Doesn't get nearly the credit that he should get for what he's done with that ball club.
I agree.
Good. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Oh, Canada.
He makes it look.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. Kevin Harlan here along with analyst. Smitty, now that we're in the middle of the season, it seems that every team has a feel for what everyone else is going to try to do on the court.
Yeah, and a lot of scouting comes in around the midway point. You're saying this is what they have. Can they make any changes? If they don't, this is what we're going to add to try to beat them.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Ryan Anderson. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Now here is Lowry. Here's Patterson. Back to Lowry. 5 on the clock. Right wing. Carroll for 3. The Rockets pull it in. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
That's what you hope to see every game. When it all comes together like that, it's really fun to watch.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Misses the layup. Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against Chicago.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
In my opinion, they just appeared to be comfortable out there. There was no fear in their eyes. They knew that the game was theirs.
Here's Patterson, and the first shot of the night for him missing.
0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync.
Here's Anderson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Carroll with it. His last outing with 20 points. Lowry's shot is good.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
For Houston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The feed to Beverley. The 3 from Harden drills the 3-pointer. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy 3-pointer.
Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. That 3 off the mark.
They just can't seem to get everyone on the same page offensively. 1 of 5 to start.
Houston moving it around. And there's Ryan Anderson on the assist by Beverley.
He's got the touch early. Coach, keep feeding him.
Raptors trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Carroll with the three.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
That one falls. Valanciunas has got his first bucket of the night.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Beverly dishes to Capella. It's stolen by Carroll. Here's Lowry, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Houston leading by 3. Harden outside. And Beverly kicks to Harden. It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Capella. And it's good. Up through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And you always hear coaches say, make the simple play. That's one of the keys to the Raptors offense, Smitty, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they don't play fast, so they don't have a lot of turnovers, but they're also at the bottom of the league in prior assists. What they do is they just try to attack to score on the offensive end.
Anderson kicks to Harden. There's the dish to Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Capella's got his second basket. Raptors trail by 7. Outside DeRozan. Patterson, the screen. Here's Lowry. Carroll, no one around him. It's good from long range.
Nice job from Carroll there to get his hands up and be ready for that shot.
Rockets leading by 4. Over to the wing. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Sullinger, a screen on Hart. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Anderson. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
That one misses for Anderson. And it's Ariza in the corner. He feeds it to Capella. Anderson outside. A fadeaway. No good that time. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Lowry. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Mix-up defensively left him wide open from mid-range. That's a shot he needs to hit.
The lead pushed to double digits.
Already seizing control of this game.
And doing it in all areas. They came out of the locker room knowing exactly what they needed to do.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Defense has been atrocious lately for them. You can't blame him at all for wanting to address that here in this timeout.
On defense, Houston, 10-point lead. Pass to Patterson from deep. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
Rockets have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Count it. Good. Patterson's got 5.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Rockets leading by 5. Down low to the inside. Kicks it out to Ariza. And he dishes it to Harden. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's DeRozan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And when you have DeRozan looking to drive, it's hard to slow him down without committing a foul.
And one thing DeMar DeRozan, Steve, has become great at is running that high pick and roll with the big, usually something a point guard does, but DeRozan is very deadly in that set.
I love him because he's comfortable handling the basketball out top, does a nice job of coming off the pick and roll, gets to his spot to raise up, and you know if he gets all the way to the rim, he can challenge any big in this league.
Harrell, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Patrick Beverly. Ariza kicks to Capella. Harden right side. To the inside. It's stolen by Sullinger. DeRozan on the wing. They get it back.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
Harden kicks to Ariza. Houston moving it around. Pass to Harrell. A three ball. Houston gets it back. Capella, the pass to Harrell. Back to Capella. Second chance shot. Here's Ariza. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Houston shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Trevor Ariza. And defensively, Steve, these days more and more teams are looking to switch screen rolls. Why is that?
Because of the new rules, Kevin. I mean, you look at it now, defenses can play a little bit of a zone. I think back in the day, imagine me switching out on Shaq. He'll go right into the box, and you couldn't have a guy come over unless he had the basketball. But right now, you can play more of a zone. So if teams who have multiple guys that can switch and defend multiple positions, they have an advantage.
Well, that's the thing that these teams want to get now. These players that are versatile play 3-4 positions sometimes, so they can do just what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, you have guys like Draymond Green can guard 1 through 5. That just has to be a luxury.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
LeBron, another one. He can guard all 5 positions.
He can guard everything.
Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Here's Sullinger. Rebound by Harrell.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
Back to Gordon. In the corner, Harrell with it. Inside. And Nene gets it to go on the assist by Harrell. And the Rockets lead by 7.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And again, Toronto no luck.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And here is Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pass to Powell. Here's Sullinger, and too long on the shot. Houston leading by 7. Outside Gordon. Harden outside. Ariza at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. Jared Sullinger pulls it in.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
Yeah, easy call.
Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first one falls.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
Houston making some changes. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for James Harden. Outside Gordon. Powell with the steal. The offensive rebound. Here's Ross. Got a hand on it. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 9. And so it's Houston with it. It's a 3-point game on the wing. Brewer. Harrell dishes to Nene. In the corner, it's Gordon. Kicks it to Beverly. And there's the pass to Harrell. Jacks up a 3. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. And for the Raptors, they're shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Ross, that's good.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a three.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Gordon kicks to Beverly. To the right side. Feeds it to Nene. And it's blocked. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sullinger. Now Brewer, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now here's Ross, covered by Brewer. Patterson setting the pick for Joseph. To the paint for three. Ross. Raptors get it back. He kicks to Joseph. Now here's Ross. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Sullinger, no good. 1:37 left in the first quarter. And it's Gordon penetrating. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Now here's Powell, defended by Gordon. Patterson passes to Sullinger, and he can't bank that one in. Rocket shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Gordon dishes to Beverly. Outside Gordon. Back to Beverly. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nene. And there it is for him. Nene's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's just an awesome assist. Really paced the ball in their ideal spot.
Powell inside. He's against Gordon. And Joseph kicks to Powell. Sullinger against Nene. Sullinger with the bucket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Nene. Basket good. Nene's got 6.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
And when you're talking about post defense, you have to do your work early.
There's 18 seconds left in the first. Now here's Harrell. He's covered closely. Left side Gordon. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Joseph. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
First trip to the line for him here.
Three shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Gordon. The shot missing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Raptors lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And Corey Joseph, born in Toronto, gives us his thoughts about returning north of the border via free agency.
Oh, I played a big part in that. You know, ever since I was growing up, I was...
And having won a championship with the Spurs in 2014, you wonder how much of Joseph's experience can carry over to help the Raptors.
You know, it's always good to have rings in the locker room, especially for big games. And what I like about Joseph is that he's just now starting to realize his potential.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
They've been super aggressive on that end, and they've been rewarded for it so far. Let's see if they'll be able to maintain this for the rest of the game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Toronto right now, Damari Carroll is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Lowry. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Rockets trail.
Valanciunas over the last few years has always been pretty good offensively. And also now on the defensive end, he's a guy that's not a liability. He has taken large strides to improve in that area.
The Rockets making a switch here. Brewers checked in. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And the basket by DeRozan. Looking at Valanciunas and his defense, he seems to be a lot more decisive in his action, Steve. Seems like a small thing, but that means so much at his level.
Yeah, Jonas is not hesitant on the rotations and charging out to the perimeter. He's playing with more confidence on the defensive end. He'll be all right.
Another miss by DeRozan.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Here's Lowry. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Gordon kicks to Harrell. Tipped away. Now here is Lowry. Tight defense on him. Brewer grabs the board. Rockets trail by 5. Fast break Toronto. Deep 2 from Carroll. It's rebounded by Houston. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Capella inside, guarded by Valanciunas. Pocket 6, Ennis. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors leading by 5. Outside Lowry. To the left wing. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lets it go from 11, and it's good off the back rim and in. 6 points for Valanciunas.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
On the wing, Brewer. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. And finished off by DeRozan.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
On the wing, Gordon. Dishes it to Ennis. In the corner, it's Brewer. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. Up top, Valanciunas. Screen by Valanciunas. To shoot. Back to Carroll. Eyes a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Rockets trail by 9. On the wing, Brewer. Here's Harrell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Rockets.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of 3-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
That free throw, no good. So often there are always interesting stories for every NBA player, Smitty, as to how they got involved in the sport. How did you begin playing basketball?
You know, my dad built a basketball court in the backyard, and that's the way I first started playing. But
How old were you?
I was probably about 7 or 8, but then there was this guy that went to my high school that everybody talked about. I got a chance to be around him. Spencer Haywood really influenced me. One of the greats in the city of Detroit and one of the greats to ever play.
No kidding. And how did he influence you? As a young kid, he got a hold of you?
It did, because you got a chance to talk to a pro.
Yeah.
And then I think guys that I didn't get a chance to touch early, but they were from my area, was George Gervin and Magic Johnson. You know, Kevin, they used to call me Irvin Gervin.
I like that. No better nickname, huh?
Not at all.
That's
You
the best.
Pass it and can shoot it.
Oh, that's terrific. And the Rockets making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Harrell, the pass to Nene. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. DeRozan's got 8 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The feed now to McDaniels. It's stolen by DeRozan. And now Lowry running the floor all by himself.
When he gets into the lane, Kyle Lowry is so hard to predict, which is why he'll get to the line so often. The All-Star Kyle Lowry last season played fantastic basketball throughout the year. Up and down, had some huge cold streaks in the postseason. But when it was time to make big plays and big shots, he stepped up.
Anderson, he's checked in for Houston. Harden kicks to Anderson. To the middle. Here's Nene. Can they get it? Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with the moment here, let's check out the numbers for McDaniels, how his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 6 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Raptors leading by 13. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan, and that one drops. DeRozan's got 8 points in the quarter.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
That explains the gap on the scoreboard. Attacking offense against a defense that's far too relaxed.
Anderson dishes to Harden. 5 on the clock. Back to Anderson. Another miss by Houston. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lowry. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
A shot he knows he needs to make when the defense sags off him. Still a little inconsistent from out there.
Harden. Offensive rebound, and Anderson kicks to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Buries the jumper to finish the break. Hill's got his second bucket tonight.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Back to Harden. Ariza passes to Harden. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
Well, he has to be able to use angles. He has to be a great finisher in tight spaces and to be able to throw his little body into the big guys.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Corey Joseph. The shot by Powell, no good. Rockets trail by 15. Here's Ariza. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Raptors making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. And a change for the Rockets. Beverly's checked in. Rockets have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Sullinger the screen. Powell for three. The Rockets pull it in. Nene's got his third rebound on the night. Harden kicks to Nene. Anderson dishes to Nene. And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
There are a lot of great coaches known for their defensive prowess. And Steve, do you have your pick for the best defensive coaches in the NBA right now?
Greg Popovich does a nice job. Rick Carlisle comes to mind. These guys just does a nice job of being able to change their defensive philosophy throughout the course of the game. Doc Rivers also come to mind, being able to play with what he has, and he can change up on the fly. In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
Here's Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Lowry passes to Sullinger. And again, Toronto no up. Rockets on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Harden kicks to Nene. Houston moving the ball around to the right side. There's the dish to Harden. Back to Nene. He had stolen by Sullinger. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Beverly. Here's Anderson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
For Houston, they have not shot all that well from the free throw line. 6 of 11.
They aren't making anything at the line today. This is a team that struggles at the line.
Both free throws good from Anderson. Raptors leading by 8. Here's Lowry. He's got 12. Ross with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Beverly. Connects on the 9-footer. Beverly's got 7. Toronto shooting with 42% accuracy in the second quarter. Lowry with the ball. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Here's Houston now. They're on a 16-7 run. Anderson off on the layup.
He just looks uncomfortable offensively, really over the course of the whole game, and is killing his team.
Ross on the wing. Puts it up. Rockets with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Ariza, right side. Anderson outside. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Clock at 4. Houston needs to get a shot off. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
He needs to regroup, catch his breath, and take some high-quality shots.
Powell for 3. The rebound by Harden.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Nene has the open look. Another miss by Houston.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Nene. Here's Ariza. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Lowry kicks to Ross. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 6 points for Terrence Ross.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Nene dishes to Harden. Here's Ariza. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Raptors leading by 7. Outside Lowry. Ross on the wing. There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Lowry passes to Patterson. And it's off from three-point range. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
That shot a little beyond his normal range. Here is Lowry. 12 points for him. He feeds it to Ross. Launches it. But they'll get another chance. Second chance shot. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. Zellinger's got his second bucket of the night. Rockets trail by 6. Gordon for 3. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Honestly, I don't know how they cut into that lead with him missing so many shots.
The shot by Lowry, no good. Gordon kicks to Beverly. Back to Gordon with 1 on the clock.
Lowry isn't the biggest player, but he can get in your shirt and challenge a shot.
That'll do it for the first half. It's the Raptors up 6. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. Yeah. I think Kevin Harlan should call the second half. How about you?
I agree.
Yeah, just like he did the first half.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
He's a real Swiss Army knife, a man of many talents who can do a little bit of everything, including passing.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. They've got Gordon. Harrell is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Brewer in at the small forward position.
We know a lot about Dwayne Casey's coaching career. Been an assistant for numerous years. Now he's a head coach, but let's take it back. He was a top recruit coming out of high school. He helped lead Kentucky to a national title in 1978. Something seems off with him tonight. Maybe it's his rhythm or his timing. Fortunately, his teammates are playing well enough to keep them ahead.
And Casey went straight from playing at Kentucky to an assistant coaching position there in Lexington.
He's been coaching for almost 4 decades, coaching Japan for a time, a long-time NBA assistant. He's a lifer.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Brewer. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. And so he's able to get one of two. Raptors leading by 3. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. The tray. The shot misses. The Rockets go the other way with it.
And that makes it 0 for 3 coming out of the half. Not what they wanted or were expecting.
Back to Brewer. Pass to Gordon. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Capella. And they pick up 2. Capella's got 8 points.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Raptors have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Three-pointer. Up again. Brewer grabs the board. Brewer's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Harrell the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. He dishes it to Carroll. Patterson, the screen, passes it to Lowry. 6 to shoot. No good off the front iron.
Right now, he's trying to find the mark. Unfortunately, he's starting to feel a little bit desperate.
In the corner, it's Brewer. It's stolen by Carroll. Gordon against Lowry. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Carroll. And again, Toronto no luck.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Gordon dishes to Capella. Back to Gordon. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DeRozan. And again, Toronto no luck. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Beverly kicks to Gordon. Now the pass to Capella. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now we take a look here at the shot chart.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Toronto trailing. Lowry passes to Valanciunas, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Joseph, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And a switch here also for Houston. Anderson, he's checked in for Harrell. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Kicks to DeRozan. Shot to end this cold run. And again, Toronto no luck. The Rockets shooting 43% from the floor. Feeds it to Beverly. There's the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Joseph dishes to DeRozan. Patterson, the screen. Joseph, defended by Gordon, and the shot goes in. Patterson's got 11 points.
Not a lot of forwards in the league are as comfortable from range as Patterson is.
On the wing, Eric Gordon. To the middle, here's Capella. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Outside DeRozan. And Valanciunas kicks to Carroll. Traps in the tray. He's got 8.
You know Carroll's going to be looking for the 3. His range helps this offense work. Amari Carroll, the Alabama product, pretty much a specialist when you start talking about a guy on the defensive end. Now you have to add to his repertoire a guy that can knock down the 3 ball. You might look at him and think he's too small, but he still gets up there with any big man in this league.
And here's DeRozan. 10 points for him. From beyond the arc, there's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Rockets making a change here. Ariza's checked in. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. Gordon kicks to Beverly. Anderson outside, back to Beverly. It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Capella, battles through traffic and lays it in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Patterson a screen on Gordon. And Joseph kicks to Patterson. Valanciunas passes to DeRozan. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one is on Ariza.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Raptors have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Valanciunas, he'll show you flashes of dominance, and then sometimes you can't find. And clearly the potential is there for him, and he feels consistently on the verge of breaking out.
Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And the basket by DeRozan.
It seems that DeRozan has been involved in every score out there in this one, just zipping around the floor.
For Valanciunas, it isn't like his numbers aren't productive. He's come close to averaging a double-double for quite some time. You were talking about this the other day, Steve, but you just know that he can be so much more.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer for big guys to develop. You have to be patient with a guy like Valanciunas. He's been in the league for a while now, but remember, he's still only 24 years old. Man, at an important point in this game, that kind of turnover can really shift momentum.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Harrell, he's checked in for the Rockets. Inside, Valanciunas, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Beverly dishes to Harden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
DeRozan, that's good.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
You know what? He doesn't get worn down coming off a big game. It just builds him up even more.
And DeRozan throws it down.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
They're beginning to put it all together, in my opinion, and take control of this game.
Another miss by Houston.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Nothing is falling for them right now. That could have been a huge bucket.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Sullinger comes in for DeMar Carroll, and it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. Fourth, James Harden.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
He's off on the second. Toronto leading by 7. Ross passes to Joseph. He kicks it to Powell. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Valanciunas. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That's good from Beverly. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. All free throws good from Beverly. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Joseph kicks to Ross. And again, no good by Toronto. Rockets trailed by 5. Harden with it. Picked up by Joseph. And Nene with the stuff.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Powell dishes to Ross. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Out to the wing. Harrell the pass to Nene. Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. It's a close game here in Toronto. And Joseph kicks to Ross. A three-pointer is right on target. Ross has got 9.
Terrence Ross with the nice bucket. His offense is coming around nicely.
Inside, here's Nene, and Nene with the stuff.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Now Joseph. In the corner, Powell with it. And again, Toronto with the triple.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Option 1, 2, and 3 is to shoot the 3 ball, and they are shooting them from everywhere.
Here's Nene, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. Joseph dishes to Lowry. Here's Sullinger. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Back to Beverly. Dishes to Harrell. Harden the pass to Nene. Shot clock at 5. Harrell, that's good.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
And it's Joseph in the corner. And stolen by Harrell. Harden kicks to Beverly. Inside, it's stolen by Sullinger. Powell for 3. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 3rd rebound on the night. For the lead. Second shot opportunity. It counts. And the foul. Valanciunas. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Jamari Carroll's checked in for the Raptors. Nene, no good on the free throw. Toronto trailing. Down low. Here's Powell. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Houston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Back to Harden. And there's the feed to Ariza. Here's Beverly. And the 3 off target. Raptors shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
One shot.
And that one misses. Raptors trail by 4. The dish now to Lowry. Banked in off the glass. Lowry's got 14 points.
Lowry is just a ball of muscle out there. He has no problem taking a hit like that and still finishing.
And for Houston, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Harden kicks to Harrell. Harden dishes to Ariza. The 17-footer. It's stolen by Carroll. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. And he finishes nicely on the way up. He's got 10.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
I think, you know what? He sniffed out the opportunity on the break. That's called cherry picking.
And here's Harden for 3. Off target with that shot. It's all tied in Toronto. And we'll be back right after this. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on
Get the pass, attack.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Here's McDaniels. Lowry and DeRozan, the core of this team at the guard spots. Carroll and Patterson in at the small and power forward. And it's Sellinger in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Brewer, the pass to Gordon. Over to the left wing. From 12 feet out, it's good. Gordon's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Rockets.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets on defense. They've led by as much as 10. And Patterson kicks to DeRozan. Patterson a screen on Gordon. DeRozan. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Houston in the lead. Here's McDaniels. Capella dishes to McDaniels. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Brewer kicks to Gordon. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Rockets lead by 5. And for the Raptors, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Sellinger passes to Lowry. And the shot is good.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
How they let that happen, that is beyond me. Where is the fight? No easy baskets. Has to be their mentality on defense right now.
And Brewer kicks to McDaniels. He had stolen by Sellinger. Pass to DeRozan. And Jared Sellinger picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Down low. Here's Capella. Unable to get that one. Good D by Sellinger. DeRozan against Gordon. Here's Sellinger. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Anderson outside from the arc. And Jared Sellinger picks up the foul. That's his 5th foul.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
A 3 from Anderson. Toronto grabs the miss. Sellinger's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
They grab their own miss, and Capella sends it back, and they're able to recover. Patterson can't get it to go. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And you can see it. He knew he made a mistake the second the ball left his hands.
Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. To take the lead. A three-pointer is right on target. Lowry's got 19 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there'll be more in store.
Harden the pass to Anderson. Looking to end the run. Pirtle, he's checked in for Sullinger. And he makes the first. Harrell, he's checked in for Houston. Ariza comes in for Corey Brewer. Harden hits them both. Here's Lowry. He feeds it to Carroll. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Carroll doesn't get to the line too often, but he did a good job to draw the foul on that play.
Shooting for Toronto, DeMarre Carroll. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing, and Toronto making a change here. Nogueira's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Harden kicks to Ariza. Harden dishes to Ariza. To the right side. Harrell the pass to Capella. Harden left side. 6 on the shot clock. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Lowry kicks to Patterson. Count that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rockets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Harden dishes to Ariza. Back to Harden. Houston moving it around. That's good from Ariza on the assist from Harden. And that's now 9 points for Trevor Ariza.
They caught the D in a rough spot and took advantage of them there.
Now here's Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Defended by Gordon. Lets it go from deep. The shot no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Harden the pass to Harrell. Harden kicks to Gordon. From deep. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Ariza. Outside Gordon. Ariza against Carroll. Here's Capella. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Outside Lowry. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. That shot misses.
Oh, and that would have been a spectacular alley-oop. Really difficult to get the timing right on those long ones.
First free throw is good, and Toronto making a change here. Harden hits them both.
When he's at the stripe, you know he is going to bring his best.
Raptors trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Lowry kicks to Patterson. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
7-foot shot. He misses the free throw. Hurdle, he's checked in for Toronto. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Well, you don't think dead-eye shooter, Steve, when you think of Kyle Lowry. That's exactly what he has been at that point guard position for most of his career. Very good shot from distance, and he can stretch out the D.
Ever since his days in Houston, Lowry has been working to improve his 3 ball. He's been taking over 5 a game for the last few seasons and hitting them at a great clip. Adding the 3 ball is what's taking him from being a starter on a team to an all-star in this league.
And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. He dishes it to Lowry. Takes a 3. The Rockets pull it in.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
And as he's checked in for James Harden. Carroll with a screen for DeRozan. Passes it to Patterson to take the lead. And it's DeRozan missing.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
You know, offense is about rhythm. He has lacked rhythm in this entire quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's good.
Really nice work. Hurdle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Timeout call for Rockets.
And the 7-footer, Jakob Hurdle, a smooth, fluid athlete for his size. But he's got tremendous bloodlines, guys. Both of his parents were members of the Austrian national volleyball team.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Gordon comes in for Patrick Beverly, and it's McDaniels in for Tyler Ennis. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. And Pirtle picking basketball over volleyball. I guess you could say it worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, they said growing up in Vienna, there wasn't a good youth volleyball program nearby, so he just went with hoops. And staying in 7-1, I'd have to say it's worked out pretty good for the big fella.
And the Rockets making a change here. Brewers checked in. First free throw is good. And Gordon drops them both. The Raptors have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. Connects from three-point range. DeRozan's got 23 points.
Well, you know DeRozan's going to get his points one way or another.
On the wing, Brewer. Nene outside. Back to Brewer. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Capella. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop. He's got 22. Toronto trailing. Lowry with the ball. Patterson a screen on Beverly. Lowry from outside. It's hauled in by Gordon. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Nene outside. Back to Gordon. Nene kicks to Beverly. Over to the wing. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Toronto shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Gordon against DeRozan. In the corner, it's Patterson. Offline with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Beverly kicks to Gordon. Down low, here's Capella. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's DeRozan. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Pass to Gordon. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Here's Patterson, and Capella sends it back. To the paint, Pirtle with the steal. Outside DeRozan. And the pass to Patterson. Back to DeRozan. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
Love how DeRozan has grown as a player, as a leader of this team. And he's done a great job learning how to get to the line more frequently.
Kicks it to Brewer. Feeds to Capella. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The first free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Raptors trail by 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Now a timeout called by Houston.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. Rockets leading by 3. Beverly dishes to Gordon. Puts up a 3. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Baseline J. Here's Patterson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Patterson welcomes contact inside. He's looking to get to the line down there.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 or 2 from the line, and that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
They get it back. Nene trying to get open. And it's Capella missing.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
He got the ball in perfect position, went up over the smaller defender, and laid it in for a big bucket.
He kicks to Beverly. Outside Gordon. Nene, the pass to Capella. Nene dishes to Capella. No block shot. Connects. The jumper drops. Capella's got 29. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But that could change right here.
Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by Houston. They've led by as much as 10. To the paint. Pirtle with the steal. They push it up. 4 on 3. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. And here's Beverly. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Ariza dishes to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Ariza kicks to Capella. And Pirtle pulls it down.
Now you need every basket you can get.
That's the only way they're going to come back, and even that might not do it.
Dishes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
You know I love that crunch time. This is where the big-time players are made.
And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's DeRozan. Carroll passes to Pirtle. The three. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Kyle Lowry has always been so consistent at getting himself to the free throw line.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
That's all, folks. Terrific job at the line to put this one in the bag.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 4. 9 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, coach is telling them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
They don't have a whole lot of time left, so that strategy makes the most sense.
The feed to Carroll. Three-pointer. Lowry can't get it to go.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
If you're the defender, you're like, yes, take that shot. I'll play the percentages.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Congrats, James, on the win. This is a very tough team. What does it mean to beat them?
I meant a lot. We wanted to come out here and play with some energy. And guys made shots defensively. It was a gutsy win for us.
I'm sure you'll see these guys again. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we have a chance to, I'll tell you what, his season high in points powered everything they did. Clearly, he was the catalyst tonight as they come away with the well-deserved W.
It's amazing how often he was able to slash right through the defense and get to the rim for an easy deuce. Come on, man. They couldn't stop his penetration, Ernie. All those points he racked up from the paint made a big difference.
When you talk about rebounding, 20 is one of those magical numbers that tells you that a player had a truly special game. I think he had in his head that every single rebound was going to be his. And you know what? Most of them were.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.